Good morning, friends, and welcome to a week-ish in my life. We're gonna be mood rating in today's video. Specifically mood reading from my June TBR. If you guys saw my TBR jar chooses video, chose a lot of books that I really like. I have 10 books on my TBR. Today is June 11th. I have read exactly 0 books off of my monthly TBR, but I have read 3 other books that were either I just wanted to read them or they were on last month's TBR and I just kind of finished them this month. And I am currently in the middle of 3 books, one of which is Red Rising, which was not on this month's TBR. It was in last month's. I was reading in my video where I read books during the time I used to commute, but I never have finished that one because it has been so hard for me to continue. Like, I kind of want to DNF, but I'm trying to push through because I feel like if I DNF it, I would want it to be a soft DNF, but I have no idea if I'd ever go back to it. So that's not on my monthly TBR though, so we might have to just set that one to the side. So Red Rising is my physical book that I'm in the middle of, and then on my monthly TBR I'm listening to Malibu Rising and I'm reading on my Kindle Alone with You in the Ether. And then this here is what is left of my physical books on my monthly TBR. So these are the books that we're going to be choosing from to read. I'm really excited for pretty much all of them, but I think we're probably going to start with just one taste. For some reason, I'm just really looking forward to this one. It's about a month in Italy. The best summer vibes. I do need to do some computer work. We're starting on a Wednesday, honestly, because the last 2 days this week, Monday and Tuesday, have just been very, very heavy computer work days, which today is going to be as well, but I thought I might as well start filming this. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I'm gonna get back to my work, and then I'll see you guys again when I am reading. So I have been working on culling a photo shoot, which basically just means that I'm getting rid of photos that are like completely unusable and choosing the ones that I actually want to edit and deliver. And in between, when things are loading or whatever, I will read. And I also stopped and took my lunch break, which is about to be over right now, and I was reading more. So I've been working on reading Alone with You in the Ether, and I'm very, very conflicted on my feelings about this book. It really feels unlike anything I've ever read. I think in a good way. It's like literary fiction and it's a love story, but there are parts of it where it's literally so well written and it's just lines that you're like, oh, that's so good. But when I first started reading it, I had to reread the entire like first 20 pages or so because I could not understand what I just read. But then again, I was really tired when that happened. I just got to a part that I wanted to read you guys one of the lines that I was just like, oh my gosh. It's talking about getting into a fight with the person that she loves. It says, instead she thinks, I love him, and for a moment it doesn't matter whether he loves her back. It is enough to have known that the inside of her chest is more than a place for storage. Anyway, this is my first Olivia Blake book, and I've heard that she has really, really good writing, so. But I'm still like conflicted. I'm conflicted because sometimes the way it's written is so odd, and I have no idea what's going on. But I think that's also kind of the point. It's kind of like different mediums. It is about this girl who was an art major and this guy who's a mathematician. He's a professor, but still in school, like to get further education. And so much of the story is about time and how it works. And yeah, it's really interesting. Very interesting concept. It's also not that long of a book, but I feel like it's taking me forever. Anyway, I need to get back to my work here in a sec, and then after I get done with working, Luke and I need to go to the store to pick up stuff for my birthday party on Saturday. I also really just do not feel like vlogging today, but I wanted to start this video, so if I don't vlog a lot today, I'm sure that I'll vlog more just sometime later in the week. Hello, it is now nighttime. I have read some more of Alone with You in the Ether. I'm thinking I can probably finish it tonight. It is already 9:25 and it tells me that I have an hour and 18 minutes left, so I think I can probably do that one, even though that'll be me staying up a little bit late, but that's okay. Also, I've been working on a book sleeve. We are watching some New Girl and I've been working on this sleeve right here. I think it turned out really cute. Luke suggested for me to put like a little red sailboat in the corner, which I think could be pretty cute, but we'll see. I've been thinking I want to read Red Rising, and I guess this is a mood reading vlog technically, but I wanted to mood read from my TBRs. I'm not sure if I'll do that. I've also been listening to more of Malibu Rising, and like so far I don't really understand what is going on. It's basically just established that we're in Malibu, something to do with surfing. There's people falling in love. I'm a little confused, not gonna lie, but I trust Taylor Jenkins Reid. I know it's just needing to develop a little bit. I have a hard time keeping track of people's names, and there's a lot of names in this one, but
Pacific fish whispering her frustration. I thought you were smarter than this, honey. I'm sorry, June said, nearly in tears. I'm sorry. Christina sighed. Well,
just got finished filming my summer TBR. Guys, I have been super unmotivated this week. I don't know why. I like was so excited on Sunday night for the week. I was like, oh my gosh, I have this perfect plan of how the week's gonna go. It just hasn't really gone the way that I wanted it to. I guess just like productivity wise, like I keep feeling like super resistant to doing anything that I have to do. Speaking of things that I have to do, I have to make muffins. Luke and I are going to like a little book study tonight. I think we're reading like a C.S. Lewis book. I did not finish my book last night. Fell asleep. I was too tired. Haven't really read much more of it today. I do think I can finish it today for sure, but I was listening to more of Malibu Rising earlier on my walk because I went on a walk. I've been trying to go on a walk every single day because I just want to remain active. Like my old job, I was super duper active every single day, and now I'm just kind of sitting at my desk all the time. So I did go on a walk and I was listening to Malibu Rising. I think I'm getting a little more of a picture of what the book is. Right now I'm like not vibing with life or my books that I'm reading or literally anything. Like I just filmed my video and I always know that I can do a good job of editing, but it was one of those ones where like I kept repeating myself because I was stumbling over my words. I also want to show you guys something. Well, first off, this shirt that I'm wearing, so cute. I've had it for a very, very long time. I think that it's not really my color, unfortunately, which is why I haven't really worn it, and I've just never really known how to style it, but I do think it's very cute. It makes me feel like I'm like in the Parent Trap or something, like the California portion. I have been working a little bit more on the book sleeve, and Luke has been my little styling guide person. This is where we're at so far. So cute. He told me to make waves at the top, so that is what I did, and I added like a little ruffly situation because I wanted it to look more girly, like something that I would actually use. So cute. Let's put a book that's completely the wrong vibe in there. This top portion right below the waving part, I've made these holes that I'm gonna string a drawstring through. So cute. Like I would use this. This is adorable. The muffins turned out so delicious. I have like the last few of them in the oven right now. We're gonna have some pizza before we leave, and right now I have a little pocket of time, 10 minutes left on my timer, where I can continue reading. I know this is like a mood reading vlog, right? But I'm like I'm not in the mood for this book, but I'm so close to finishing it that I'm just gonna do it. I do need to finish the photo shoot and wedding video tomorrow, so I think that tomorrow I'm going to go to a coffee shop and work from there, and hopefully I get a lot more done. Anyway, this is a reading vlog, so we're not gonna continue talking about that. I'm just gonna read for a little while, and I'll come back to you guys whenever I am done with this book. Let's talk about Alone with You in the Ether. I have super mixed feelings about this book. For one, I feel, and this could just be because I maybe am not understanding as much as maybe somebody else would, but I felt like this book did a great job of describing the thoughts of feelings, but not the actual feeling. The way that the prose was written was quite like metaphorical. I don't really have too much to say about it. I think that this book could be good for someone. It honestly felt like a fever dream, which I think is maybe sort of the point. It has a lot of adult content, so I wouldn't recommend it for anybody younger than 18 probably. It's not super graphic, but it does talk about it a lot. I don't know. Anyway, I gave it 3 stars because I really did not know how to rate it. Last night, I started reading this book here. And I only read 11 pages, which is like the first chapter. This book is definitely no brain power. This book is written in a way where everything is literally just told to you. This is how this person feels. This is what happened. This is the information that you need to know. And honestly, I think I'm gonna have a great time with it because after Alone with You in the Ether, which was, I wouldn't say like super brain power, but like it was hard for me to get into, this one immediately so easy. And also, I didn't realize this book came out in 2024, so it's actually a very new book. I was going to go on a walk, but Luke just left and I would rather go on a walk when he's around. So he had to go pick something up from the office. Today I went to a coffee shop to get my work done and it was the best decision because I got so much done in such a small amount of time, like actually able to do deep work. And I was watching this video by Ali Abdaal, who is like my favorite person when it comes to productivity. I'll link the video that I'm talking about below, but he talked about deep work and I was like, wait, maybe I need to try this because I've been saying that I'm very unmotivated and having a hard time being productive. And today I tried it and it was super helpful. So I will link that below if you guys are needing any motivation, inspiration for that kind of stuff. On the agenda for the rest of the day, I need to finish the book sleeve, going to make a drawstring. So that's pretty much all I have left to do is the drawstring and tuck the ends. I don't know if I'm gonna do the whole like sailboat situation. I feel like maybe not. I want these to like still be girly because like obviously my target audience is the girls. So this I need to get done. I was working on editing a photo shoot, need to like look over, finalize everything and send it over to my clients. Those are the main things. I might also like post a TikTok or something, but I'm a little sleepy because I've done so much work already today. But like this middle of the day, it's like almost 3 right now. I need to make sure I get like out of this little middle of the day slump. I might end up taking a quick nap, who knows. But yeah, I am gonna read more of this. I haven't read anything today at all, but I will see how much I can get done of this in the next few hours in between my other stuff. And then I have Bible study tonight, so. Howdy. Hi guys. Yesterday I read a little bit more of Just One Taste and I am absolutely loving it because it's freaking set in Italy and it's describing everything. Like I said before, it's like very straightforward writing, but the imagery that she's able to give through that writing is really good and it made me like actually visualize. And I'm like, I have a hard time doing that. Like I'm not one of those people who can imagine things as easily, and because the subject matter is like Italy and Italian food. I also started Conditions of Will yesterday because I was in the car and I wanted to read something. I did not have my book with me, so I downloaded it on my Kindle. So I read it on the Kindle app and I'm literally like only, I don't know, 15 pages in. I think it may end up being 5 stars. Don't hold me to it. I shouldn't speak too soon, but yeah. So my current 2, 3 if you count Malibu Rising, I have not been into Malibu Rising, so I'm like kind of like I'll listen to it if I want to, but it's just not really like at the forefront of my mood reading. But Just One Taste and The Conditions of Will, I'm like really eager to get back into both of them. Right now I'm going on a Target run because today is Joyride Day, which is Ryan Trahan's like candy company, and I'm gonna go see what they have. He's trying to break the Guinness World Record for most photos of people holding candy uploaded to Instagram in an hour. It's a very random one. I'm sure he's gonna be able to do it even without me because it's Ryan. It would be fun to be part of the world record though.
I think I need good chat therapy.
We're done with our Target run. I also stopped by Aldi to pick up some gluten-free donuts for dessert tonight. And I've been trying to take pictures for like trying to take pictures for the Joyride Day thing, and I don't know why, I'm bad at taking pictures, I feel like. I was like awkward trying to get a picture while I was like standing outside, so I ended up taking a couple selfies in here, but hopefully Luke is not mad at me. I'm trying this one. We haven't tried this one yet. It's the Gummy Busters. It looks really cool. I always have to like double, triple check that nothing contains gluten. This one says it was processed in a facility that also processes wheat, and I'm gonna risk it. I think I like it. I also got a watermelon wave Alani to keep myself awake. All right, I'm gonna go home. I don't know how much more I'm gonna read today. Hopefully more. I feel like I'm like, it's not just a feeling, I'm really behind on my yearly goal. Well, it's been a few days. I just haven't really filmed because I've been very busy the past few days, but I am currently reading more of this book here, and I have some thoughts. I am, you know, pretty far through. I don't have a ton left. Basically, something in this is really bothering me. Okay, so a little bit of the premise. This main character girl, her father dies and she inherits his restaurant. Now, the restaurant represents a lot of negative feelings to her because her parents got a divorce because he wouldn't budge on anything, and he was basically running them into the ground with wasting all of this money on this restaurant. So she immediately decides she wants to sell the restaurant. However, the sous chef, who had been working under her father for a long time, is, you know, this attractive guy, blah blah blah. They go on a trip to complete the cookbook that her dad had been working on. Okay, so that's the premise of the story. What I don't like about this, what's really honestly bothering me a lot, is the entire conflict is about whether or not she should sell this restaurant, and I feel like everyone is trying to convince her one way or the other for their own gain, and it's like actually so annoying to me. I just want her to do what she wants to do, and it's like, I know that that's what she wants to do, but it's just the way that people are trying to convince her is something that is just such a pet peeve of mine. Like when people are trying to convince me to do something and she's like very receptive of input, but I'm just like getting so annoyed. I'll let you guys know my thoughts when I finish it because I'm probably gonna finish it today. But yeah. I completely forgot to do my final review of Just One Taste. Sorry about that lawnmower or whatever it's going on outside. I ended up giving this one 3.75 stars. I originally gave it 4, but on further thought and with a little bit of time since I finished it, I just don't think this one's very memorable, but it did have the best like Italian landscape. Like I loved having the story with that backdrop of traveling through Italy, and like I said before, the author is really good at describing things, so it was like very atmospheric, I would say. I will say that the romance was a little bit cheesy, but if you're in the mood for that, then you would probably be fine with that. And even though I had some complaints throughout, I did really enjoy the ending. So we did finish 2 books in today's video, Just One Taste and Alone With You in the Ether, and then I read some of Malibu Rising and some of The Conditions of Will. I think that's pretty good for a week. I am thinking about trying to do a video soon where I try to read one book at a time, because I wonder if I actually would get more read if I was reading one and concentrating on one at a time. I'm really bad about having multiple books and then it taking a long time to finish each of them. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and if you did, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys around. Bye friends.